cannot believe how great Britain's democracy is. It is wonderful. Here we are dropping bombs all across the world in the name of democracy. Our army in Syria is called the Soldiers of Democracy. So the Soldiers of Democracy, isn't that a badass fucking, you know? Who's that? That's the Soldiers of Democracy. So all across the world, we're, bombing Iraq and bombing all these so-called authoritarian countries in order to bring them democracy. And yet our own democracy here is fucking broke. Half the people don't fucking vote. We have the Electoral College, so our vote don't even fucking matter to begin with. 37 of the 50 states didn't even matter because they were safe states. Alabama, you're fucking voting Republican because you're racist and backwards and stupid. It'd be stupid for a Democrat to even set foot in Alabama. What are you doing in Alabama, Democrat?
A broken promise of the Tory manifesto, which said they will continue to spend more on the NHS in real terms. Say that to those waiting at A&E departments. Say that to those that can't leave hospital because social care is not available.
I didn't mention it in my Pinochet video, which I'm sure you guys are paying attention to what happened. And, to Pinochet's goons, they actually threw him in jail. They threw him in jail from 74, 75 for kidnappings and probably murder for 15 activists. 106 of Pinochet's goons is going to fucking jail today, 2017. That's amazing. But I also listed the argument the differences between Hillary and Trump. And really, only if you're fucking bourgeoisie. Only if these policies don't directly affect you. You're kind of like, oh yeah, she might have been better on the environment. The fracker, the mother fracker. So Doma, she was for the Defense of Marriage Act, right? All about hating the gay people. Institutionalizing the hatred of gays. Oh, good job, fucking Hillary. Would she have been better on gay rights? I don't know. It took courage for him to be.
Why should anyone believe a word they say over the next 7 weeks? I will be I can assure the right honourable gentleman, that I will be out campaigning and giving...
Don't forget that. Hillary Clinton was in favor of the DOMA, the fucking anti-gay Defense of Marriage Act. Right, between a man and a woman, fuck the gays. That's what Hillary went on and on about until what, maybe 2 years ago? Maybe 1 year ago, after the Supreme Court, decided it, right? After it's already the law of the land. Well, maybe I'll change my mind now. Oh, yeah, because you've been unconstitutional for all this time. Uranium, she allowed the sale of uranium to go to Russia. The Goldwater girl, selling uranium to Russia. She took money from Saudi Arabia. She's fucking corrupt. Now, the, Commander-in-Chief, he's corrupt too. But she was pro-Wall Street. She would have deregulated. She was on the board of Walmart. She was over, they hate unions. She don't give a shit about us. She don't give a shit about... Hillary Clinton's part of the 1%. She's a militaristic 1% plutocrat. Of course she don't know what the fuck it is. She might have at one time knew what it felt like to be poor. But I don't know. Maybe that's the rags to riches, the middle class to riches story, right? But, to hell with Hillary Clinton. She's the reason why the Democratic Party lost. But we need X's, Malcolm X's, Martin Luther King's, and Lyndon Baines Johnson's. We need all of them. X, MLK, and LBJ. In order to get the Civil Rights Act of 1964. In order to get some shit accomplished, you need there's plenty of room all across the spectrum. As long as you understand that we live under a fucking tyranny, we're engaged in an illegal war. Right now it's an illegal war. Did Congress declare this war? Oh, okay, so it's an illegal war. Okay, so that's a crime, right? Aren't you supposed to listen to the Constitution? And that
is another Tory broken promise.
Solution, get ranked choice voting, and now everybody has true blue democracy. Do you believe in democracy? Do you believe in democracy or not? If you don't fucking believe in democracy, then get on to Saudi motherfucking Arabia. Right? Go to some country where they'd have no voting, no elections, and the consent of the people don't fucking matter. Go live there. You don't want your anti-democracy, people, oh, we live in a republic. A republic is a representative democracy, you dumb motherfuckers. get ranked choice voting. You want to solve that whole, all these issues. Because Jill Stein candidates can get out there, vote for Jill Stein #1, and then maybe Gary Johnson, and then we'd have to say, well, fuck. I never made a choice between Trump and Hillary. They seem too damn close. He was more liberal, and she was conservative than what most people thought. Who is better? So the debate in the UK is the terrorist bombings, right? They're supposed to have an election in 4 days, I think June 8th, the June 8th elections, and it's becoming a symbolic, they're both throwing mud and shit, and people are saying we need to postpone the elections, but then it's like, no, we got to have the elections. They wanted us to change our lives, and it's all about elections. It's all about the fact that we can choose who we want to lead the nation. And so it's you'd have a crisis of confidence if you just kept bumping the fucking elections back. What is up with there, Theresa May? Theresa May, you're a little scared. Jeremy Corbyn is, tiptoeing up behind you. You should, because Jeremy Corbyn's going to fucking win. He's going to fucking win. All the polls are basically saying, when they asked them, do they think that the Middle Eastern attacks by UK and the United States has something to do with the increase of terrorist attacks, 65% of Britons said yes. 65%. 65. That poll, they said yes, it did have something to do with it. 25% said no, it had nothing to do with it, and then 10% was like, I don't know. But Jeremy Corbyn is down by 6 points as of May 30th, but he closed a 20-point gap. So he is on, the path of becoming the next prime minister. That would be the Bernie Sanders of UK. The Bernie Sanders of UK is going to become prime minister. I think that's what the fuck is going on in Georgia too, right? You got two radicals. I think that's what's going on. I have no idea what the hell's going on in Georgia. I should take a look at that. But Corbyn is talking about how Yemen, because we sell arms to Saudi Arabia and they kill Yemenis, that is only increasing our insecurity. It doesn't make us safer. It's a crime. These numbers are amazing. I think the 53, 23, 24 thing is the, about the foreign policy. And so 65%, let's just stick with that one. 65% said yes. Britons today, they said, yes. And so the debate right now is not between like pacifism and war. It's between which kind of security. And so Jeremy Corbyn has couched this argument as by saying that it's the police and emergency services. You cannot, you want the emergency services and the police to be able to take care of everybody, but you're cutting those services. How can you keep cutting those services and then expect us to feel safe and then go overseas and, bomb all these other fucking countries? So they are definitely going straight for the foreign policy thing. Theresa May says that she's going to fuck over the national health care insurance fucking thing. Kick all the old people out, right, like Trump.
That is another Tory broken promise.
Is meddling in their elections, right, sitting there saying, well, the mayor just said everybody should stay calm, and what the fuck, he's sitting there saying stay calm, and he was like, well, he's trying to, didn't want to start a panic, and he was like, the cops are taking care of everything, so don't worry about it. So Theresa May actually defended that mayor of London, and then, Jeremy Corbyn was like, does he have any grace or any sense? What the hell is going on with this old crusty-ass ferret head? What is that, a weasel? He's got a weasel on top of his head. Nobody believes that it's a comb over, Donald. You're bald. Just do a Jesse Ventura or just keep on wearing a hat. Go fucking Abe Lincoln. Shit, God, that is so ugly. That hair is so gross, man. Fucking do something with it. You're the goddamn president. You're our fucking face. Everybody goes around seeing your face and says, oh, there's America. And your hair?
Brexit to success and to build a stronger Britain for the future. And every vote for the Conservatives will make it harder for those who want to stop me from getting the job done. Every vote for the Conservatives will make me stronger when I negotiate for Britain with the European Union. And every vote for the Conservatives will mean we can stick to our plan for a stronger Britain and take the right long-term decisions for a more secure future for this country.
I heard 7 people was killed, so 22 of those, girls were killed, mostly girls in that last terrorist attack, and now you got this terrorist attack, which killed 7, and it's so stupid. It's just 3 guys in a van driving over people and then stabbing people, and then they killed them. End of story. That's the fucking terrorist attack. 3 guys who just wanted to go fucking nuts. They had like fake vests on. Looked like they had bombs on them, but didn't have bombs. So just went around stabbing people. They was able to stab 7. They injured dozens more in the heart of London. So, and then it was 4 days before an unpredictable national election. This election can go left, it can go right. It went to Brexit, it can go back to Jeremy Corbyn. That would be a resounding, the British people. If the British people actually said something like that, that indicates to the United States, watch out for a Bernie Sanders revolution. It's going to sweep America because Trump is president. We should have the Prime Minister questions where the leader of the opposition says, and Prime Minister, how come you did this and this and this? And then the Prime Minister gets up, well, I did this because this and this. That's a fascinating discussion. God, that is such a fascinating discussion. Oh, that's so good. I don't like Theresa May whatsoever. She's not strong, she's weak, and she's a coward, and she gets up, and you can tell that she defended school choice, but she did it basically, defending privilege and some other things that just bothered the shit out of me about her. I like the Prime Minister questions. I like, who was that one guy? The one guy, he had, he got kicked out of the hall one time because he was being rude. He called them Benjamin Button or something. I think he said Dodgy Dave. It says Dennis Skinner get kicked out of the House of Commons for calling David Cameron Dodgy Dave. Okay, Dodgy Dave, and they was like, either apologize for that or get out. And he was like, well, I ain't apologizing, so he just walked away. Dennis Skinner.
Say a huge thank you to the staff of the House of Commons and the Parliament who support us in the work that we do here in this chamber and elsewhere. I will come on to the point, but I note, by the way, that the Right Honourable Gentleman didn't take...
Man, I like Dennis Skinner's role, actually, during these Prime Minister questions. During the Prime Minister questions, he just gets up and he just, announces Jeremy Corbyn's name, right? Jeremy Corbyn! Jeremy Corbyn!
They pay it with their taxes, they pay it with their jobs, and they pay it with their children's futures. Jeremy Corbyn! Jeremy Corbyn! Jeremy Corbyn!
And actually, it's respectful. It's who he is. It announced who he is. It reminds anybody, if you're just now tuning in, who's this guy? Oh, it's Jeremy Corbyn. It's a coin toss. So the fact that the British media doesn't know what the fuck is about to happen to him, it's a coin toss. So according to Gene Cougar, if more old people get out there, then it's going to be May, and if young people get out, it's going to be Corbyn. May, she blamed the attack on the evil ideology of Islamist extremism, right? So this damn terrorism, it's this damn religious people, it's these damn Muslims, it's the hijab, right? And they said for a thorough review of the nation's counterterrorism policies and suggested that she's going to take a much tougher line. But some people say that, she's sick of the coddling extremists. They thought it was a thinly veiled jab at their far-left leader, Jeremy Corbyn. Oh, he's an extremist. If Theresa May is going to make this a thing between extremism and not extremism, Jeremy Corbyn has already won. Theresa May, you got to become an extremist. An extremist in defense of liberty is no vice, and moderation in the pursuit of justice, is a virtue. I don't know. Justice is good, liberty is good. So if you're an extremist for good things, for love.
If Labour were in power, you'd have to double income tax, you'd have to double national insurance, you'd have to double council tax, and you'd have to double VAT as well. That's Labour's plan for the economy. Jeremy Corbyn!
All her government has delivered, Mr. Speaker, is more debt and less funding for schools and hospitals. Jeremy Corbyn!